Ladies and gentlemen, our captains tonight for Charleston Union, number 6, A.J. Green. For the Sabercats, number 10, Tyler White. Number 28, Corey Turner. Number 42, Ronnie Hoffman. Number 77, Zach Woodson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the Gilbert Auto Group Warriors for Freedom game. Today, Sergeant Giovito, Sergeant First Class Joe Stoker, 21 years active. Sergeant Second Class James Stewart, 15 years active military. And retired Command Sergeant Major Joe Stoker, 38 years in the Oklahoma Army National Guard. Are here with us presenting game ball to help recognize any veteran that is here at this game. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence for all individuals who have fought for our country, and for those who did not make it back from deployment. You are known, but never forgotten. We would like to ask any retired or active serving military members to stand and please to be recognized for our Military Appreciation Night. Thank you for your service, and thank you for what you have done for our Southmoore community. Staff Sergeant Sean Johnson served 12 honorable years in the U.S. Air Force. He spent his enlistment at Tinker Air Force Base, where he worked in satellite communications. During his enlistment, Staff Sergeant Johnson deployed twice in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. After being medically retired, Staff Sergeant Johnson used his GI Bill Ladies and gentlemen, the Southmoore Sabercats. Ladies and gentlemen, Union has won the toss and they will receive. The SaberCats will defend the East goal.
ED and low testosterone treatment. It's guaranteed.
This is Union Redskins football, presented by Communication Federal Credit Union on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
Namath back to pass. Joe looking, throwing, and it's completed on the... I am the king! Down the left field line. Is it enough? And he wins his 200th career NASCAR victory.
The last shot Michael Jordan will ever take in the NBA.
You believe it not? Yes! Terrific play, and they're just swarmed Broken Arrow's quarterback, and it's Union's football.
3, 2, 1. It's showtime. A dominant force in Oklahoma high school football, Union is on a mission for yet another championship this season. Hear every moment live on KRMG.com, the KRMG app, and always on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Now, the voice of Union Redskins football, KRMG's Rick Corey.
Hello again, everyone. Chris Lincoln sitting in for Rick Corey. He's at TU tonight, getting ready for that East Carolina game. We're here in Moore, Oklahoma, at Southmoore High School, home of the SaberCats. It's senior night, it's homecoming, and they're ready to kick this football off to get this game underway. This 6A2 battle. Union on the road with their red pants, white jerseys, white helmets with the U onto the course. They have deep A.J. Green, along with Junior Smith, and the kickoff by Cameron Little. And that's going to be a quick one for Union to get the football in good territory, kicked out of bounds there. So it'll be Union with good field position to start things off here into the 20-yard line. And they'll be going from west to east. That's right, it's a east-west football stadium. Beautiful weather here tonight after a really rough few days here in the Oklahoma City, Moore area there with the ice storm and stuff. In fact, the SaberCats missed 2 days of practice because of that. We start with clear skies, 61 degrees, light wind from the south. That's at the back of the Union. Rovon Banks in the backfield, along with quarterback Grayson Tempest. They're split backs, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Union Redskins. Looking for 4 wins in a row after 0-4 start, won the last 3 in a row. Pass goes outside to Rovon Banks. Hit, spins away from one tackler, tries to break another tackle, but he's going to be thrown back for a loss. About 4 yards on the quick pass out to the right side there. Swarmed under by a whole host of SaberCats led by Carson Paget. So a loss on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for Union. Once again, it is Tempest and Rovon Banks just off to his left side in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. 2nd and long. Handoff goes to Banks. Banks goes across the 20, carries a couple guys to the 23-yard line before he is pulled down there. Picked up about 7 yards on the play, got that loss back. Rovon Banks, by the way, loves playing against Southmoore. Last year in Union's 57-0 win over the SaberCats, Banks accounted for 5 touchdowns as a sophomore.
I believe they've got A.J. Green in the backfield now.
Green in there with Grayson Tempest. Tempest waits for the snap, takes it straight back to pass, looks to the right, throws to the right, and misses his target there. Intended out there for number 13, Damon Sanders, incomplete. So it's 3 and out for the Redskins. They'll have to punt on 4th down, and 4th down at about 6. Working with me today is Tom Stockton, the coach. I tell you, after a rocky 0-4 start, these Redskins have turned things around pretty quick.
Yeah, they really have, and I think where they started it was the second half against Owasso. They played pretty well, and I think they found themselves. They found out who they want to play at quarterback and who they want to play at a lot of these positions, and I think it's just a growth period.
High punt. Going to let it bounce at the 35, roll down about the 32-yard line. That's where Union will touch it down. That's where the SaberCats will start with their first drive, 1st and 10. Also here in the booth with me tonight, of course, our stat man Richard Johns, along with our state legislator, District 76, our man Ross Ford, helping with the player ID here tonight. And usually, of course, we'd have on the sidelines our man Zach Reynolds, but not available tonight. So we'll be handling this from the booth here this evening. And, of course, back in the studio, Bryce Gardner handling the engineering work and also updating us on high school scores. And we'll keep an eye on that TU East Carolina game. Doesn't kick off for another hour. All right, here come the SaberCats. Their record on the season, 3-5 under their first-year head coach, Josh Norman. After a 1-win season last year, the coach done a good job with his club. They've been competitive in almost every game they've played. Their quarterback is junior Noah Peters. 2 men in the backfield with him. Peters takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw to the right side. He's going to scramble off to the left side at the 35, at the 40. First down, out of bounds, the 45-yard line. Chased out of bounds there by Gavin Kaler for Union, but not before he picked up the first down.
And you were talking about this Southmoore team. They're 3-2 in district play with wins over Moore, Putnam City, and Edmond North by a combined total of 6 points. So they've been in some cliffhangers and have come out on top.
Peters takes a snap, keeps it, going to be swarmed under by the Union Redskins. Big defensive push there. Leading the way. We had Demar Thomas, also Jackson Jennings in there.
And Chris, I know you had a chance to talk to their head coach, and he's just down the road at Norman. He was quite a tight end.
He was for the national championship team of 2000 for Bob Stoops. First year as the head coach here. Looking to throw over the middle and tipped around and almost intercepted. Knocked around there. A couple of Union Redskins had a chance at it, including Caleb Kalo had an opportunity as it was tipped up in the air. Junior Smith also with a shot at the football, but it falls incomplete. And it sets up a 3rd down and 11 for the SaberCats at their own 44-yard line.
One of the things that I noticed about Josh Norman from some of the notes you took was he has a motto of 3 C's: character, community, and championships.
Chris Wilson in the backfield behind the quarterback, Peters. 3rd down and long, fakes the handoff. Then he's going to try to throw, but he's wrapped up and thrown down in the backfield there. Big rush put on by Matthias Robertson. And, Coach, he was a force last week. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 fumble recovery in the 50-25 win over Norman North. That junior's really playing well.
Yeah, and he starts out tonight well, so that's a good sign. In fact, the defense, after the first play, they've played very well the last 3 or 4 plays.
Cameron Little back deep to punt for Southmoore. Punt is underway. Taking it to 25, 30. And going to be knocked down just across the 30-yard line is Troy Franklin for Union. It'll be 1st and 10, Union Redskins. They're going to mark the ball at the Union 31-yard line. Here come the Redskins. Send 3 receivers to the left side this time. In the backfield is the Arkansas commit, A.J. Green, who's noted in the Tulsa World as being one of the outstanding players this past week. Tempest takes a snap, hands to Green. A.J. off the right side, 30, 35, 40. Breaks the tackle, 45, midfield. And we pulled down at the 45-yard line of Southmoore. They just got to him there. A.J. Green. Looked like he was heading out on the way there. Pulled down by Southmoore. Parker Mollett, their defensive back. Big run on the play of 25 yards for A.J. Green. Green, 182 yards away, by the way, from 1,000 yards for this season. Starts the night with 104 carries, 878 yards, averaging 8.4 yards a carry, and 8 touchdowns this season. Greenshall in there. Tempest turns, fakes a handoff to him, throws out the left flat, has it right side, the left side of the 40, 42, down inside the 37-yard line. That's Devon Sanders.
Yeah.
Made the reception there.
One of the things about A.J. recently is people know how fast he is. I mean, he's very fast, but he's also very elusive and he doesn't let him tackle him just barely getting to him. You got to really put it on him to tackle him. He breaks a lot of tackles and then takes that speed and outruns you.
9-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 1 now for the Redskins. Takes a snap, turns, hands off to Green. Green's going to be hit, pushes forward, going to have the first down just across the Southmoore 35-yard line. Along the blocks on the right side guard of Tashawn Dorn and the center of Tylen Pratt. Coach, we got 2 new offensive tackles starting tonight. Will Thomas is not available. And Bennett Ringless, of course, hurt his knee in that Norman Northwick victory.
Yeah, and they're going to be replaced by Tasaya Dorn and also Sunday Ola, and both of those are huge. Sunday is 6'2", 285, and Tasaya is 6'1", 311.
Tempest looks to throw the man wide open at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Union. Shadan made the reception there. He was wide open, Coach, on the right side inside the 15-yard line. Nobody near him. Touchdown pass for Union.
That had to be a mistake in the secondary to leave a guy that wide open. When you saw how open he was and the pass was going to be on the way, you just hope he wasn't too much.
34-yard touchdown pass. Thank you, Richard. Extra point. Kick is up by T.J. Cowan, and the kick is good. 7:07 left to play in the opening quarter. Union strikes first here at Southmoore. It's the Redskins 7, the SaberCats nothing. You're listening to Redskins football on KRMG 102.3.
Kicking off for Union, number 35, T.J. Bennett.
Southmoore High School. Chris Lick along with Tom Stockton. It's a 7-0 Union after that 34-yard touchdown pass to Shea Dan from the quarterback Tempest there. Union going 4 plays, 69 yards. Just took a minute and 2 seconds. And alert listener, thank you very much. Called to correct me. Number 3, Troy Franklin is not playing number 3. The number 3 is Chikari Jenkins. So we'll get that corrected on our board here. Chikari Jenkins on that defensive play earlier for Tulsa Union. Kickoff underway. Taken at the 5-yard line, fumble there, picked up at the 10, 15. He rolled out of bounds around the 17-yard line. Good pressure from Union there, knocking him out of bounds. And it'll be Southmoore with the football, 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the SaberCat 17-yard line. Reese Moppet was the guy who brought the kickoff back for Southmoore.
You got to wonder, just how confident Southmoore is that they can do it, and they didn't do it the first series and go down and drive to anything. Then they give up a touchdown. So this number 2 series here is, I think it's big.
Noah Peters waits for the snap, the quarterback. Turns, hands up. Before that goes, the whistle sounds, and we'll have a penalty on the play. Our first offsides of the night on the Union defense. So Union called for being offsides, lining up offsides. Will cost him 5, make it 1st and 5 for Southmoore. They'll bring the football across the 20, set it down now near the across the 22-yard line. And 1st and 5 for Southmoore. Noah Peters, the quarterback. Southmoore in their really ugly uniforms. Gold jerseys, blue and white stars, red pants, black and white stripe, black helmet, Sabercat logo on the side. Man, those are ugly. First and 5 from the 23-yard line. Pass is thrown and is incomplete. Quick pass out to the flat there. Intended for Chase Yeager by Noah Peters, Noah Peters. Incomplete. So he's 2nd down and 5.
And it was, there were 2 of them out there around the same spot, and the first guy kind of dove for the ball on the ground and didn't get there. And the second one dove and didn't get there either, so I'm not sure which one he was throwing at.
I was saying the same thing, Coach.
Yeah.
Peters waits, turns, hands off the left side it goes. Across the 20, 25, and just short, looks like, of the first down. The ball carrier there was Chris Wilson, the 5'9", 185-pound senior.
That 5-yard penalty just came back to bite us because you only had to have 5 yards on that run to get a first down.
Jackson Jennings on the tackle for Union. And they said he didn't get enough for the first down. So it's about 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Southmoore at their own 28-yard line. Peters, 2 men in the backfield now with him. Look to the silence, a little confusion here. Wilson and Parker in the back with him, and there is some confusion. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:15 left in the opening quarter. It's Tulsa Union 7, Southmoore nothing. This is Union football on KRMG 102.3.
There's a better way to buy.
Need a bike to make fun and lasting memories with? Consider adopting a pet from the Moore Animal Shelter. Somebody's waiting for you. Visit cityofmoore.com for more information. Brought to you by Scoggins Animal Hospital.
Protecting our community is everyone's responsibility. Crime Stopping is here for all of us. You can safely and anonymously report any suspicious activity by calling 405-793-5164. He's a hero in all of us.
Broadway Forest is trying to support the Senior Cup football. With the holiday season around the corner, now is the perfect time to secure your centerpiece. Also, flowers and gifts for your loved ones. Tomorrow, the first person that walks into the door and says, "Go Senior Cup," receives a free half-dozen roses at Broadway Forest. We've been called since 1988, 793-8889.
Football 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's news and talk.
Southmoore from the 20-yard line. Back to passes Peters. On the run, throws, and is caught inside the 50, down and run about 45-yard line. Good defensive play there, rushing him out of bounds there. Taking on the run there. Completed pass to Conway. I guess Conway made the reception. Nice looking throw, 27 yards from the junior quarterback, Noah Peters. And it's now 1st and 10 Southmoore at the Redskin 45-yard line. Peters waits for the snap, takes, turns, fakes the handoff, throws out to the right side, completed the 40-yard line, makes a tackle at the 30, down to the 35-yard line, tackle to the 38, down to the 35-yard line. That was Chase Yeager on the reception. Union R.J. Brown on the tackle there, but it will be another first down for Southmoore. They're on the drive here, Coach. Looking good with those passes.
Well, and I don't know if the secondary is just playing back a little soft or what, but both those passes have been about 5 yards after they catch it, then they go for another few yards after that.
Snap back is Peters. Drops way back, setting up a screen. Looks like it is a screen. The 35-yard line, and tackle from behind, 33-yard line. Nice defensive play there. With the Jacob Parker there, fullback, and Jackson Jennings, 97th defensive end, 6'2", 234-pound junior, made the tackle there for Tulsa Union. Not before they picked up about 3 on the play, make it 2nd down and 7. It's Southmoore at the Union 32-yard line. Peters still waiting with the snap in the shotgun. Turns, fakes the handoff, throws out to the left flat. Complete 35, 30, 25, breaks the tackle, 20, inside the 20, first down again for the Southmoore SaberCats. They're really moving on those quick passes. Number 2, that's Reese Moffitt. They say one of their best receivers, the flanker, 6'1", 180-pound junior, and takes it down to the 18-yard line. Gabriel Ford made the stop for Union. It's going to be Southmoore, 1st and 10 at the Union 18-yard line. That was a 14-yard run and catch there for Moffitt.
They had 3 guys out to that side. 2 of them went downfield, 1 step back, made the catch. The other 2 blocked, and they got about 12, 15 yards out of it.
Handoff goes to Wilson. Wilson is swarmed under by the Union defense there. Led by Shane Fields, who's in there, along with Caden Thomas on the stop there. Loss on the play of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
Certainly is a passing down here, and they've been able to hit the short routes, so we need to maybe change up the coverage a little bit here and make sure we don't give them a 5-yard catch.
Peters and Wilson in the backfield with him. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws out the right side, almost intercepted. Intended out there for Reese Moffitt, and closing quickly was Jacari Jenkins, the junior 160-pound cornerback for Union. Had a shot at that football, Coach.
Yes, and it was a short pass, and it just they were there to cover at that time, and so it'd be interesting here now.
3rd and 13. Remember Coach Fred telling us Josh Norman loves the trick plays, Coach.
Yes, he does.
There's a lot of reverses, a lot of double passes and things, so we've got to keep an eye out for that tonight, too.
They're having trouble getting lined up. I don't know if this is something they don't usually run or what.
Peters waits, takes the snap, takes the hand up to nobody. Somebody busted that play. He's going to keep it himself under the right side at the 20. Makes it with the side of the 20, the 15-yard line, and pushed out of bounds near the 15 or 16. Down there, a flag goes. Defensively for Union, Matthias Roberson was over there. Also, Junior Smith. We have a Redskin player. Looks like Jacari Jenkins is down on the field right now for Union. It's going to be a short gain. It'll be a 4th down coming up, I believe, for a 3rd down coming up for Southmoore. But we have a Redskin player down on the field. We're going to take a break right now. 3:30 left in the opening quarter. Union leading Southmoore 7-0. KRMG 102.3.
The SaberCat wrestling team was also sent masks for only $10. See Coach George.
Your Evans Agency team. For the Evans Agency today at 794-4779.
Oklahoma is hot in the summer and cold in the winter, but you can be comfortable in every season with Randall's temperature control. Specializing in your heating and AC comfort, and based right here in Moore. They're just a phone call away. 799-5841.
Indication on the field of penalty flag, the personal foul against Union.
Peters turns. No, keeps it himself. And we throw it back for a loss on a 4th down play. 4th down play, and they busted in there and threw him down for the loss on the play. That was Matthias Robertson again, making the big play. Coach, a 6'1", 221-pound junior. catching Noah Peters in the backfield on 4th and 1. A loss off from the 9 all the way back out to the 15-yard line. So it'll be Union football, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Big defensive stand.
Huge defensive stand, and it'll be interesting here now to see what mindset Southmoore has, because they went from 3rd and about 15 to 4th and 1 and got thrown for a loss. So now they're giving the ball up again, and we moved the ball pretty well the last time we had it.
Grayson Tempest comes out, has A.J. Green off to his right side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. In motion, 1 player goes. Handoff goes to the man in motion there. And circle on the right side, across the 15, bouncing out to about the 18-yard line.
I think it was Rovon Banks that was lined up as a receiver.
Flag is down, too.
Yeah. We're going to get Union for holding.
So what would have been a short game of play nullified by the penalty. Blaming to walk it off here. 3:18 left in this opening quarter. Union 7-0. Union struck on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Tempest to Shea Dan on their second series. Went 69 yards in 4 plays, 1 minute 2 seconds. Take the 7-0 lead with 7:07 left in the first quarter. Now they're going to mark the ball back on the penalty and put it down at the Union 7-yard line. It'll be a first down, but now 1st and 18 they're calling it. Green in the backfield, standing in his own goal line. Tempest at about the 3-yard line, waiting for the direct snap. Turns, hands off to Green. Green off the right side and goes about 3 or 4 yards where he is pulled down there. Just a short gain on the play. The 2nd down and long for Union. Big number 95.
One of the things that was huge in the 3 straight victories was the running game. It was just up and down the field all over the place. We're having trouble running the ball right now.
I'm having trouble finding guys with names and matching numbers here for Southmoore. Their roster's kind of messed up with us here. 2nd and 17 now. Tempest makes the handoff to Green this time, rolls off to the right side. On the right side, 15-20, on a run out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Nice pickup on the play. It'll be 3rd down. Still about 5 or 6 to go.
Good play.
Yeah, nicely done.
He surprises people, I think, with his speed. He's not
he's flag down again, Green. Coach. Another flag down. Union's marching back again. And it's another holding again against Tulsa Union. That nullified a nice run there by Tempest and had it out near the 20-yard line. Now they take it all the way back to the 5-yard line. Down remains the same. 2nd. Now from the 5-yard line, and you're 2nd and 20. Then you get to the 25. So 2nd and 20. Tulsa Union makes some changes here in the lineup. So set the 3 guys in, 3 guys out. Tempest goes back into the huddle. Huddling just in front of their own goal line. A.J. Green in the backfield. Lavon Banks goes off to the left side along with 2 other receivers, 1 receiver to the right. Tempest waiting with the snap, takes it, he's in the end zone, throws to A.J. Green in the flat, the 5, makes the man miss the 10. A.J. Green at the 15, at the 20, and going to be pulled out the 23-yard line. What a run by A.J. Green there, Coach, nicely done.
Yeah, they had a guy out there, and he just juked him and went by him, and now he's got a very makeable 1st down coming up. I mean, they can make about 3 yards and get a 1st down.
Tackle by Joey Stover there, but A.J. Green left a bunch of them in his wake there. And a nice run of 17 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 now. Union at 22-yard line, need the 25 here for a 1st down. Tempest under center now. Pitches back, 20, 25, 30. 35-yard line to the 40 and spun out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Jacob Weeby on the carry that time. 19-yard on the run by Weeby.
I think it was A.J. Smith. Junior Smith.
Junior Smith, all right. Junior Smith,
Yeah,
6'5", 168. We have double numbers here, folks. Apologize for that. Snap, handoff this and goes to Smith again. Breaks the tackle at the 40, 45, midfield, dives close to a 1st down there. Nice tough running by Junior Smith, the 5'11", 168-pound junior.
Now A.J. Green's coming back in. And as you said earlier, we have two different people. They've moved around a little bit on that offensive line, and maybe they're just getting their selves ready to, in the game here, because we're starting to run the ball inside and out.
Starting with two new offensive tackles lined up tonight. Will Thomas, you mentioned, Bennett Ringland, both not available this evening. Needing 3 yards on second down. Pitch goes back, midfield at the 45-yard line. A.J. Green, 40, breaks the tackle, spins down to the 36-yard line, pull down there. Nicely done, another good run by A.J. Green. Tackle made there by Southmoore Jacob Weeby, and Riley Hoffman was also in on the stop.
That's about a 13-yard gain.
But Union is now huddling back again.
Oh, my goodness.
It's another penalty flag against the Redskins. Oh, boy. That's a third holding penalty against Union. I don't know, Coach, if that's some of the new offensive line. Again, we mentioned we have two new tackles tonight playing. We have the veteran left guards, though, Nate Marshall, Jr., along with Josiah Dorn. Dylan Pratt, the senior center, in there, 72. But, again, two new offensive tackles. I don't know if that's part of it or not. But, anyway, it's a third holding penalty. It takes the ball back to the Union 38-yard line. It makes it now 2nd and 14.
Penalties are killing us right now. No doubt about it.
2 men in the backfield. Fakes the pitch to Green. Rolling out his Tempest. Throws on the run. Has his man caught just across midfield.
And I don't see a flag.
How nice. Devon Sanders made the reception. 6'2", 208-pound junior.
That was a good pass by Tempest. Right on the money. And a very makeable third down coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 now. Nice pickup on the play. Union breaks the huddle. Southmoore plays a 4-2-5 defense, and stop the talking over here. There's a timeout on the field. Sorry, into the first quarter. Fisher just waved his hands and said into the first quarter. And after 1 quarter of football here at Southmoore High School, it's Union 7, Sabercats nothing. Listen to Union football on KRMG 102.3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Your attention please. On the field, the 2020 Class 6A State Championship basket softball, the Southmoore Sabercats.
Just come back after these. I'm sorry, I couldn't change it.
Date.
On.
3rd down and 2 now for the Redskins, right at midfield. Pitch goes back, midfield, 45-40, breaking tackle 35, and down to the 30-yard line. Big run by Rovon Banks there for Tulsa Union, as they have a big first down and go deep into Southmoore territory. 1st and 10, Union, and this time no flags on the play, Coach.
And that was one of those, we've run that toss sweep to the left about 3 or 4 times, and it's been good. So I think it's, Coach Maddox says, okay, if it's not broke, we're not going to fix it. Just keep doing it.
Rovon Banks goes 21 yards on the play. 1st and 10 at the Southmoore 28-yard line. Jared James in the backfield. Tempest on the run, breaks 1 tackle, 30-25. Stiff arms one man at the 24-yard line, rolled out of bounds there. Nice pickup for Tempest on the play.
And again, I don't think people understand just how quick he is. He made a couple guys miss and got up and got, about halfway to the first down right there.
Rovon Banks comes in the backfield now, joining his quarterback, Grayson Tempest there on a 2nd down and 5. Marley Forsberg also back in as a tight end for Union. He sent 3 receivers to the right side this time. Everything else is tight. Tempest back to pass, looks left, looks right, now scrambles to the right side. Throws on the run, caught inside the 15-yard line, down to the 10-yard line. The big tight end, Marley Forsberger, just came in, 6'2", 249-pound senior, and it's a first down and goal for Tulsa Union at the Southmoore 7-yard line.
And another good play there by Grayson Tempest. He gets outside the pocket. He could have run it, but then he looks up and sees Forsberg open and just throws a bullet right at him, and first down Union.
Ethan Kepke made the tackle, but not before the big tight end rolled inside the 10-yard line to set up this first and goal.
We got officials talking. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, another flag on the play. Union is huddled back at the 20-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Our referee tonight, Richard Owens. His crew is Craig Young, the umpire. Keith Giggs, the line judge. Linesman is Chris Wolf, head linesman, and Vito Ritchie is the back judge. And they've been busy so far tonight. Let's see what Mr. Owens has this time for us. Block in the back against Tulsa Union. That's going to march it back 15 yards. So instead of first and goal at the 7, we're going to bring it all the way back out. Hey, how far is he going here, Coach? Where are we going?
I think over to the high school.
Wait. What's going on? They just took the football. It was a first and goal to 7.
Well,
they've taken it out to the 39-yard line of Southmoore.
It must have been 15 from the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage they had was the marked at the 17-yard line. The sticks are still set up down there. This, what's going on? It's now going to be second down, and Union at the 39-yard line of Southmoore needs to get down to the, looks like the 18-yard line for a first down. Pitch goes to A.J. Green off the left side, 40, 35. A.J. Green makes one man miss, dives forward to the 30-yard line. Nice pickup on the play, picks up all that penalty yardage. Well, that was strange.
Yeah, it was. That was I never even saw what the penalty was, but
yeah,
now it's a 3rd and 11.
Football at the Southmoore 29-yard line.
Third down, Union at the 29.
Lamont Banks goes out to the left side. A.J. Green is to the right of the quarterback, Grayson Tempest. Tempest straight back to pass. Being rushed, rolls out to the right side. Going to keep it 30, 25, 20. Run out of bounds about the 16-yard line and very close to, in fact, he should have it first down, shouldn't he? So they mark him
he
here.
went out of bounds at about that.
Yep, it'll be a first down.
First down, yeah. More like the 18. No,
yeah,
it's 14.
I know he ran out of bounds at the 16, but they gave him the 14, so we love it. Good call. Yeah. At the 14-yard line. That's
no
done by
penalty.
Grayson Tempest, no penalty. So now we're set up first down from the Southmoore 14-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. The Moore City Stadium. Tempest, the quarterback, has Ravon Banks in the backfield with him. Forsberg, James, receivers split out. And now a flag flies before they can get things underway. The clock ran out. Delay of the game against Tulsa Union will cost them 5 yards. So we'll go back to 1st and 15 now, and the football is marked back from the 14 to the 19-yard line. Redskins break the huddle. Tempest again has Ron Banks off to his left side. Man in motion, fakes him, hands off to Banks up the middle, 20, 15. Dives forward to about the 13-yard line. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage. First down play. It'll be second down now for Union. And about 8.
That was kind of a unique play. It's like Tempest turns like he's going to hand it to the guy going in motion behind him, and then he sticks it behind his back and gives it to the running back. Good play.
Tempest brings him up to the line. They're in the shotgun. Banks to his left side. Has a man in motion. Takes the man in motion. Throws on the run. Man wide open in the end zone. In and out of the hands. Incomplete. Nice effort there. Intended effort. The big tight end. Marley Forsberg, the 6'2", 249-pound senior, just off his fingertips. Could not quite hold it. He was wide open in the end zone, Coach.
Yeah, that was. It was catchable, but a very difficult catch.
Yeah, high, a little high. So make it 3rd down now and 8 from the 12. They can get a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Tempest goes back from the sideline. They're visiting with the offensive staff there of the Redskins. Again, same setup. Rovon Banks off to the left side. Has Gage Arthur. Right side, hands to Gage. Fakes to Gage, goes up the middle and goes instead to Banks. And Banks goes inside the 10-yard line. Going to be short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th down for Union.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Fourth down and 5. And they're not going to send the field goal kicker out, really? No.
Nope.
TJ Cohen stays on the sideline, and the offense is still on the field. Rovon Banks comes out now. Grayson Tempest comes back in from the sideline. As the Arkansas Razorback signee, A.J. Green in the backfield with him, sends a man in motion. Fakes, now turns, hands off to A.J. Green, caught in the backfield, spins away, breaks one tackle, spins outside the 10. I think it's a nice block outside the 5. Going to score. Touchdown from the 9-yard line. That was all A.J. Green. What a performance by A.J. Green. Got some help out there on the left side of the block, but he broke a tackle there at the 5 and went on into the end zone. Touchdown.
The block on the outside was number 86, Gage Arthur.
That's the flanker.
It was a very good. Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
5'10", 140-pound sophomore. He's the one that went in motion.
Yes.
Came back nicely and made the key block there for A.J. Green. And now the Redskins will try for their 14th point. Here comes T.J. Cowan. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. It's 8:06 left to play in this first half. Tulsa Union now doubles up. It's Union 14, Southmoore nothing. You're listening to Redskins football on KRMG 102.3.
More Northern Technology Center. Keep striving.
Kicking off for Union number 31, Cooper Hudson. Back group number 2, Reese Hoffman. Number 4, Nathan Higgins for the Cats.
Make the score 14-0 now. Tulsa Union about ready to kick off to Southmoore.
I don't know how many penalties they had in there, but three penalties. Yeah. So
2 holdings and 1 block in the back. It looked like. But
they didn't make it look easy. That's for sure.
T.J. Cowan to kick off. Southmoore has 2 receivers deep inside their 10-yard line. Means and Moffitt. Kick is off to the right side and fumbled into the end zone. And it's going to be touchdown there by Reese Moffitt. Be a touchback, and it'll be SaberCats football, 1st and 10. They'll bring it out to their own 20-yard line. 8:02 left to play in this first half. Tulsa Union with a big defensive stop on the last series. Southmoore drove inside, had a goal to go for the 9-yard line, and 4th and 1. And big defensive play by Matthias Robertson, who's made big defensive plays all season long for the Union Redskins. He's going to be quite a 6'1", 221 pounds, and just a junior. All right, Noah Peters, 1 man in the backfield behind him, 3 receivers split to the left. SaberCats their own 20-yard line. Makes the handoff, looking to throw. Peters throws down the middle, and it is caught at the 45-yard line, midfield. Tulsa's 40, run out of bounds there at the 40-yard line. Reception made there by Reese Moffitt, their flanker, 6'1", 180-pound junior. And A.J. Green in the defensive secondary ran him out of bounds.
Yeah, they had trips out to this side, and I think they all 3 just ran different routes, and they found one that was open.
41 yards to Reese Moffitt from Noah Peters. And Southmoore is now into Union territory. 1st and 10, SaberCats. It's the Redskin 39-yard line. Peters again fakes the handoff and throws quickly outside again to Moffitt. He's met immediately there and knocked back by Jaden Rowe. Nicely done by the junior, 6'3", 207-pound cornerback. Hit him as soon as he caught the football, but again about 3 yards on the play. Be 2nd and 7. Now the football, the Union 36-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see if Southmoore continues with this short passing game or if they start trying to run the ball a little bit.
Peters has Wilson behind him, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Peters takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws out to that right side, and incomplete. Diving attempt out there, again, incomplete. Looking for number 5, Jacob Weeby, incomplete there. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 for the SaberCats.
3rd down, Cats.
This will be an interesting call because they've been going short. You wonder if our secondary isn't going to jump on one of those short routes here in a minute.
Wilson and Leva in the backfield along with the quarterback Peters. Well, you might have jumped, or maybe they were offsides. We were offsides, but they were legal procedure. Let's see what it is. Of course, offsides. Offside Union on 3rd and 7, so it'll be 3rd down, but now it'll be 3rd and 2. Gavin Kohler got a little head start there, and penalty flag cost him 5. Boy, how many penalties, how many yards so far in this first half here? Coach has really gotten kind of crazy here for Union.
We've had 7 penalties for 47 yards, yeah, and they've been costly ones. It just gets us out of good situations into bad situations.
3rd and 2 now for Southmoore at the Union 31-yard line. Handoff goes to Chris Wilson off the right side, breaks the tackle, dives inside 25, ball's loose, fumble, and I think Union might have it.
Union has it. Yep.
Down the bottom of the field. We had several on. Robon Banks was there, 21.
No, I think it's Shane.
Was there? Shane might have been there too.
Shane Fields. I think they have a 2 on defense and a 2 on offense. I could be wrong.
You're right. Shane Fields, number 2. 5'9", 182-pound senior linebacker. Shane Fields on the football for Union at the Redskins' 25-yard line on that 3rd and short. So Union makes another defensive stand here, Coach, and back come the Union Redskin offense.
And I look, if I know Coach Maddox here within the first couple of plays, somebody's going to be deep.
Robon Banks in the backfield behind Noah Peters. Pitch goes outside. 30, 35. Diving to the 37-yard line. Banks the ball, excuse me, A.J. Green is in there. A.J. Green with the ball carry.
Yeah.
And it is a 1st down. 1st and 10 as he takes it all the way up to the Union 39-yard line. A.J. Green in the backfield, along Ravon Banks now goes off as a flanker, actually a slot to the left side. Tempest in the shotgun, waiting for the snap. On the run, rolls out to the right side. Incomplete, almost intercepted there.
Yeah. He was a little late throwing that one. It was on target, but he probably should have hit him just a little bit sooner.
That was Ethan Kepke, who had a chance at the interception there, knocked it away, incomplete. Shea Dan was the intended receiver for Union, but it'll be now a 2nd and 10. Redskins at their own 39-yard line. Rovon Banks behind the quarterback. Grayson Tempest. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Fakes the handoff, rolling out is Tempest, keeping the football, cuts out the 45, midfield, breaks the tackle, dives forward, across the 45 of Southmoore to a 1st down. Nice run by the sophomore quarterback, Grayson Tempest. Ethan Kepke made the tackle for the SaberCats, but not before they crossed into Southmoore territory, and a 1st down. Tulsa Union at the Southmoore 44-yard line.
Tempest is limping just a little. I don't think it's anything serious. Might have twisted his ankle just a little bit there at the end of the play because he's staying in and he was jogging off, just barely limping.
Junior Smith in the backfield now behind Tempest. First and 10. Tempest straight back to pass, has rushes on, avoids the rush, moves out the left side, going to keep it, 45, at the 40, first down 35, at the 30, 25, 20, down the sideline, out of bounds, and on the 14-yard line. Another great play by Grayson Tempest. Takes the ball above the 44-yard line, down inside the 15-yard line of Southmoore, 30-yard run by the quarterback Tempest. Another first down for the Redskins. First and 10 at the Southmoore 14.
I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but it's obvious Tempest's dad was a coach and a darn good football player, but he was an offensive lineman, so obviously he's got his mother's speed. I don't think Tony Tempest was quite that fast, but
Junior Smith in the backfield behind Tempest. Turn. Handoff goes to Smith. Smith breaks the tackle at the 10, at the 5. Another tackle, dives to the end zone. Touchdown! Nice hard run by the 5'11", 168-pound junior. Junior Smith takes it in for the touchdown. And Tulsa Union will go up now 20-0. Broke a couple of sophomore tackles. Cameron Little had a shot at him. But a nice hard run there by Junior Smith. In comes T.J. Cowan for the extra point. Brett Rogers is holding. Deep snapper Lane Wood.
Yeah, there's somebody not quite in there.
Now they're set to try the extra point. 2 seconds on the clock. They get a high snap. Pulls it down, though, and kicks it up and kicks it through. Nicely done by Brett Rogers, who pulled that high snap down. And DJ Cowan kicks it through, and with 5:24 left in the first half of play, it is now Tulsa Union 21, Southmoore nothing. You're listening to Union Football on 102.3.
Back to return for the Sabercats, number 2, Reese Moffitt. Number 4, Jalen Edwards. Kicking off for Union, number 31, Cooper Houchin.
T.J. Cowan kicking off for Tulsa Union, leading 21-0 with 5:24 left in the first half. Taking the 2-yard line, drop, picked up again there at the 5, outside of the 10. Makes one tackle, was the 13-yard line, and pulled down there by 2 or 3 Union tacklers. Turning the football, Marcus Means. And it'll be Southmoore trailing 21-0. Have the football, they'll mark it inside their 15-yard line. Let's see if they're going to put it down finally. 13-yard line, first and 10 for Southmoore. Under first-year head coach Josh Norman, they're 3-5, 3-2 in the district. The Union Redskins, of course, under Coach Kirk Frederick, bouncing back after an 0-4 start, and now looking for a 4th win in a row as they go to 3-4 in the season so far. And it looks like Coach Peel locked up that second spot in the district with that win over Norman North last week.
It looks like it, absolutely. And this last 5-17, it'll show a lot what's in Southmoore's mind.
Noah Pierce waits for the snap inside his own 10-yard line. Turns, fakes the handoff, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended out there for Jalen Edwards. Incomplete pass, 5:12, clock stopped. By the way, that last touchdown drive, Coach, 5 plays, 75 yards, so just a minute, 36 seconds. Touchdown by Junior Smith on a 14-yard run. So we've had a 34-yard touchdown pass from Tempest to Shea Dan, a 9-yard touchdown run by A.J. Green, then a 14-yard touchdown run by Junior Smith. 21-0 Union over Southmoore. Second and 10 from the 13. Handoff goes to Chris Wilson off the right side. Goes across the 15, about the 16-yard line. Picked up maybe 3 or so on the play. Be third down, about 7.
I think this is going to be, you know, you think of it 21-0. It's still the first half. That it's not that important, but I think this is a huge play because if they have to turn and punt it, Union's probably going to get it about midfield, and that could really be tough.
Might look for one of those razzle-dazzle plays in this situation, Coach.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 on their own 17-yard line. Peters in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Eludes one tackler, but can't elude another one. Big rush put on by Tulsa Union inside there. Saw Mathis Roberson, 21, was in there again. My gosh. 6'1", 221 junior. He's everywhere when it comes to pressure on them. Also in there was Javon Jennings, so both defensive ends met the quarterback. Gabe Ford, linebacker, on the play as well. And on that 3rd and long, it's now going to be 4th down and 7 for Southmoore as they back there putter up right near his own goal line. That's Cameron Little to punt. Just barely got it off and kind of rolled dead inside Southmoore territory at the Southmoore 48-yard line. So, excuse me, 44-yard line. So it'll be Union 1st and 10 there with great field position as they have the 21-0 lead. Just 3:47 left in this first half.
But what was it? The last drive took how long? Just under 2 minutes, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So they've got plenty of time the way they've been moving the football. This Southmoore kid was lined up on the wrong side of the field. I don't know.
I'm going to guess that nose guard that's wearing 95 is really 91 because he's 6 foot, 290-pound senior. David Steiger, about the biggest guy they have out there. So
yeah, he's. I believe they talked about him being their best defensive line.
Yeah. Tempest back to pass, throws down the left sideline, and it is caught at the 18-yard line, at the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Nice jumping catch there made by Shadan. Shadan's had the big plays tonight, the 6'5", 172-pound senior. Remember, he scored the first touchdown tonight on the 34-yard touchdown pass from Grayson Tempest. That one was for 33 yards and sets Union up at a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now this one might be even faster than the last drive.
Clock running with 3:20 left in the first half. Tempest comes out with A.J. Green, the backfield behind him, turns, hands off to Green. Green at the left side, at the 10, at the 5. Shimmer breaks another tackle, dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Tulsa Union, 10-yard touchdown run by A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins now add their 4th touchdown of the evening here in the first half. Ethan Kepke was at the 2-yard line, and A.J. Green let him roll right into the end zone with him. Ran right over him into the end zone. So A.J. Green, heck of a night here so far. Mentioned A.J. Green is 182 yards away from 1,000 yards. What's he so far tonight, Richard? We'll get an update on
I think he
A.J.
has
Green.
82 yards so far. So 85, excuse me,
Okay.
85 yards.
Came into this game with 878 yards on the season. T.J. Cowan waiting for Rhett Rogers to put the ball down. He does, kicks it up. And once again, straight and true. Tulsa Union, 28. Southmoore Sabercats, nothing. 3:02 left to play. Union football on KRMG 102.3.
From the Ferguson.
For the Sabercat band as we spotlight the seniors.
T.J. Cowan for Tulsa Union, leading 28-0 here with just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Cowan kicks it deep, bounces, and is going to roll, get into the end zone, roll out of bounds. Yep, they're going to call it a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southmoore from their own 20-yard line. That drive was, you like those, Coach, don't you? 43 seconds it took?
Yeah, it was just exhausting.
It went 43 yards in 2 plays, 43 seconds. The last 10 yards of it was A.J. Green going off the left side for a nice touchdown run, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Tulsa Union now is up 28-0 on Southmoore as the SaberCats. Boys, Coach, who schedules Tulsa Union for homecoming and senior night? That's not a good idea.
Southmoore.
Yeah, I guess
Southmoore
so.
did.
I think they ran out of people to schedule. That's,
well, and
that's
it could have been their
choice.
schedule.
Yeah.
You know, they may have had a game. I don't know.
Southmoore takes the snap, tries a double reverse. The ball's loose, and Tulsa Union is on it.
Oh. If enough things weren't going our way, we now have the ball 1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the 10 or 11. Well, I don't know if it's 11. It's not 1st and
Jackson
goal.
Jennings on the football for Tulsa Union as on the fumble. As they tried a little trick play there, coach the backfield, a little reverse play, and bounced off the running back and right into Jackson Jennings. Big hands, number 97, 6'2", 224 junior. Those defensive ends for Tulsa Union really had an impact on this game tonight.
It's 12 yards.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the Southmoore 12-yard line.
And the record is 43 seconds. We got to see if we can get it get it in under 43.
And here come the Redskins offense out there. Tempest going to be under center this time. Lobon Banks, single back in the backfield behind him. Pitch goes to Banks on the left side. Sweeps to the 15, cuts inside the 15, at the 10, makes 1 tackle at the 5, makes another tackle at the 3, into the end zone, touchdown. There's your fast touchdown.
Yeah,
Coach.
there it is.
12-yard run by Rovon Banks. You mentioned last time we played Southmoore last year, he accounted for 5 touchdowns in a 57-0 win over Southmoore. And right now, Tulsa Union's making 34 points already just in the first half alone.
And that was a 12-second play. And that was counting when they started the clock. It didn't take him 12 seconds to run that far.
Once again, it'll be Rhett Rogers holding. Waiting for the snap back from Lane Wood. And T.J. Cowan kicks it up and adds the 35th point of the first half here. We keep it here, Coach, and catch up on some things here because, boy, I tell you, Tulsa Union is, once they stop shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and stuff, that's about the only thing I think Coach Frederick would be a little concerned about was penalties in that first half. Otherwise, they have been totally dominant.
Yeah, they have. They're very, very much so. And, yeah, way too many penalties, way too many.
Promise you, Bryce Girdner back at the studio is going to catch us all up on all the high school scores around the state. Mentioned University of Tulsa just now getting ready to kick off. They had an 8 o'clock kickoff at home against East Carolina. How about that? TU finally playing a home game, Coach, the last Friday of October, the longest, latest date ever for a home game in Tulsa. Of course, they had a cancellation when Cincinnati couldn't come. They had some other issues with COVID. They couldn't get games scheduled. So now finally a home game, and the Golden Hurricane playing well right now, going for their 3rd win in a row.
I think I saw something that it's the longest start of the first home game since like 1918 now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I wasn't there. I don't want somebody to type that in and say that I was there, but I saw that in the news this week at 1918. And again, I was not there.
T.J. Cowan's going to kick it off with 2:46 left to play in the first half. 35-0 Tulsa Union over the SaberCats of Southmoore. High kick, bounces to the 10-yard line, taken there. Receiving to the left side, going to be pulled down and thrown down for a big defensive play there. Nicely done there. That was Southmore's Jalen Edwards on the return, and it was Gavin Kohler who was there to throw him down very quickly at the 12-yard line, and so Southmoore has it from the 12-yard line, 1st and 10, down 35-0, and 2:39 left to play in this opening half.
And this has been a tough week. I mean, for Southmoore with all the storms and the loss of I think they were out of school a day or so.
Yeah, 2 days. Handoff goes to Chris Wilson off the right side, breaks 1 tackle across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Picked up about 5-6 on the play.
What Coach would like to do right now is just run the clock out. Not give the ball back to. Do not give the ball back to Union.
Clock is running now down near the 2-minute mark. SaberCats break the huddle. Send two receivers off to the right side. In the backfield, Wilson behind the quarterback, Peters. Turns, takes a snap, hands to Wilson. He's caught in the backfield, thrown down at the 15-yard line. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Defensively, Caleb Kalo, the inside linebacker, 6 foot, 195-pound senior, was the first one there. Right behind him was Thias Roberson again, as the Union defense has really been stout in this first half. That sets up a third down after the loss. It's going to be third down, about 7. Football is going to be at the 15-yard line. We're going to time out on the field here. Minute 50 left to play in this opening half. That last touchdown by Tulsa Union was that 12-yard run by Rovon Banks. And as coach predicted, it was quicker than the 43-second one. It was 12 seconds. One play, 12 yards, 12 seconds. And Union 35-0. That was set up by a fumble by Southmoore at its own 12-yard line, and Tulsa Union took it in on one play by Lavon Banks. So we've had touchdowns tonight, Coach. We've had one from Shea Dan on a 34-yard reception from Grayson Tempest, the opening score of the game at 7:07 of the first quarter. A.J. Green, a 9-yard run for the 8:05 mark of the second quarter. Then it was a 14-yard touchdown run by Junior Smith. 5:24 left in the second quarter, and then this last one, A.J. Green with the second touchdown of the night, a 10-yard run. That was, that was 43 seconds. Then right after that was Rovon Banks with that 12-yard touchdown run. Just 12-second play set up by that fumble. And that's why it's 35-0 here as we get ready for halftime. 1:50 left in the half. Union's defense goes back out on the field as we're set up now. Quarterback Noah Peters. One back behind him. Two receivers out to the right side. Peters takes a snap and a whistle before. Flag flies. Let's see what the call is. Offsides against Tulsa Union. I knew it was against Tulsa Union because the Union coaches booth is right next to ours, and somebody's screaming at somebody there. So they've had some issues there with some offsides defensively too.
Yeah,
and those are lineup offside. Looks like, Coach. You know.
Yeah.
And nothing they're doing fancy with any count or anything.
It drives you nuts as a coach that defensively, you just jump off sides or jump off sides. You just, it drives you nuts. You know, you can understand certain penalties, they'll happen sometimes, but just jumping off sides, you just shouldn't.
So from 3rd and 7, they go to 3rd and 2. Fake the handoff, throws over the middle, got a complete first down, 35-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there. That's their star receiver. He's a good one. Reese Moffitt, 6'1", 180-pound junior flanker. That's the one they said was a real target for them. Gabe Ford, the linebacker, 55, 5'10", 220-pound junior, made the tackle for Tulsa Union. But not before they get a first down. 1st and 10. SaberCats, their own 35-yard line. Clock now a minute, 30 seconds left in the first half. 35-0 Union. Peters looking to pass. He's not going to have a chance there. The ball knocked away from him. There is a big rush again. There it is. Thias Roberson, number 21, 6'1", 221-pound junior. He had no chance there. Big loss on the play. Back, they're going to see what they mark it here. And now there's a flag.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's see what this is. They put the football down at the 31-yard line.
Oh, a timeout.
Who called the timeout?
I'm
not quite sure who did. Southmoore takes a timeout. 1:15 left to play in this opening half. Mentioned Coach Josh Norman in his very first year here at Southmoore. And I tell you, the OU fans familiar with him. He was on Bob Stoops' 2000 National Championship team as a tight end. Interesting guy, Coach. He said he also has a passion for music. He's a music producer.
I saw that.
And also a speaker involved with speaking for a Fellowship of Christian Athletes groups around the state.
Yeah, I took to that and really, it really touched me in a way. But I also read where, you know, he's starting out really interested and really taking a big effort in the 8th and 9th grade teams because he wants to build it and have them come up all the way under his program and doing things the way that he wants done. And that shows that he has some, you know, some vision ahead and not just worried about what he can do this year or this game, that he's got a vision. You know, and then the other thing about it, I think they're number 16 in in average daily attendance in the Division I. So if they would happen to drop to 17 or 18 and get to play a few smaller schools, it might be pretty good.
2nd and 14 now for Southmoore. He's a snap, quarterback trying to find some running room. He's going to be hit again, dropped down for another loss on the play. Noah Peters was swarmed under back there by the Union Redskins. See number 2 in there, Shane Fields, leading the way for the tackles. Also, Gabe Ford was in there, 55. And Union now takes a timeout. 1:06 left. Now they might be thinking about getting the ball back.
Yeah.
Coaches now a loss on that play makes it 3rd and 16. Southmoore will have the football back at their own 28-yard line. They've got to get to their own 45-yard line for a first down here. So they're probably thinking about making a stop here. And no more timeouts left for Union in this first half. Since Southmoore has 2.
2, yeah.
They huddle around their coach. Oh, interesting. Coach Norman, talking to him earlier this week, said his dad told him turning a culture around, and that's the big thing with a first-year head coach, it's like turning around an aircraft carrier. It's not a quick turnaround. Understand it takes time. There's usually pain involved.
Yes. Yeah, and I thought that was great. And it just shows the character. I mean, it shows the character that Coach Norman has, and that he understands his job here and what it's going to take. And he's got to get him, first of all, you got to have a plan, and then you got to get him to buy in, and he's understanding both of those.
And they said their best player is missing this game, Tyler White.
Yes.
Out with a pulled hamstring. He went 2 ways against Edmond North. He rushed for, first time in the backfield, he rushed 20 times for 195 yards starting his first game on offense, and also led the team in tackles. Then his hamstring, he's out, Tyler White. So he has his best player out and missed 2 days of practice. Not a good recipe to take on a group like Tulsa Union. There's a handoff to Wilson, who's stacked up quickly in the backfield again. 3 Redskins are on top of him very quickly there. Once again, Matthias Roberson is on the bottom, though, Coach.
Yeah. Well, they are going to have to punt the ball, and we'll have to see what Union wants to do with it, because it looks like they're going to get the ball back on their side of the 50, unless he returns it pretty well.
Waiting is Cameron Little to punt it away. He's at his own 13-yard line. Rushes on. Big rush. No, he's going to fake it. Throws down the field. Complete at the 40. And going to be close to a first down. There's some of the razzle-dazzle there. I think he might have too.
He did get it.
So it was Devin Denny, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore, tight end. They made the reception on the fake punt play, and they picked up the yardage and made it 1st and 10 for Southmoore at the 46-yard line with just 13 seconds left in this first half. There's some of the bold plays by Coach Josh Norman there.
Yeah, I think that shows something. He's still in this game, and he wants to try to go down and score, or at least definitely not give Union the ball back with enough time maybe to throw a few passes.
He also coached this Oklahoma City Community Christian small school in the area here to 2 state titles before moving up here to the 6A1 category. And pointing out, Coach, like you said, they've got one of the smaller 6A1 enrollments in the state, about 1,900 kids compared. Union is what, 4,000 or
something around there?
Close to that. And of course, you got Broken Arrow is 6,000. And Wausau, and the schools on the east side are so much bigger, keep their schools together. And he talked about that too. So we got a pretty representative team if we kept all the more schools together. But they've broken them up, of course, through the years here, and it's made a big difference. That's why the East has been so dominant in 6A1 football in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's, and it's just come about in the last 10 to 15 years, all these different ones, because there used to be one Moore, one Norman, one Edmond, and now there's all kinds of them.
Wilson to Park in the backfield with Noah Peters waiting for the shotgun snap from his own 46-yard line. Hands off to Wilson. Makes one tackle midfield, 45 in the Union territory, and close to a first down again as the clock runs down to 5 seconds. They've got 1 timeout left. They're going to take it. Yep, they did. 5 seconds left.
I'll be surprised
Timeout Southmoore.
If they don't throw this one to the end zone.
Shane Fields made the tackle.
Try one big play.
5'9", 182-pound senior linebacker. Now before Wilson picked up close to a first down, 9-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 1. Football at the Union 45-yard line. Again, just 5 seconds left. And no timeouts left for any of the teams here, so we're getting close to halftime. Again at the half, Bryce Girdner will pick us up with a lot of the high school football scores around the state of Oklahoma this final Friday night of October. And maybe have an update on see what's going on at Chapman Stadium. They're just underway. Tulsa and East Carolina kicking off at 8 o'clock. The Golden Hurricanes home opener. Can you believe that? Home opener last Friday in October. Tomorrow, of course, big game in Stillwater for those Cowboys. The Big 12 leading Cowboys hosting the Texas Longhorns. Then later in the evening, Oklahoma is at Texas. How about playing in Lubbock, Texas Tech on Halloween night?
Oh, yeah.
Those people are crazy enough anyway with throwing those damn tacos around and stuff and things. And crazy enough without adding Halloween to it there. The good news is they can't put 60,000 people in the stands. So
no, they can't.
So now instead of 60,000, they're going to have a. Wait, he's not going to kick a field goal. This would be a 62-yard field goal. Who the hell is kicking? That Luke Rosa? Cameron Little is lining up. They got the ball spotted at their own 48-yard line with 5 seconds left. Let's see if they're going to really do this. Cameron Little, it's on the tee. It's kicked up. And it's only going to be about 20 yards short. What the heck was that all about?
Running out the clock.
Yeah. Now the loose ball, the scramble in the end zone. What's going on down here? Let's see. Tulsa Union let it bounce into the end zone. I think they covered it up. That's going to be the end of the first half. Well, maybe that's what they're thinking. Coach trying to get a live ball or something down there in the end zone. But well short of a field goal attempt. And Union quickly got on the ball low to cover it in the end of the first half here. As both teams head to the locker room. Halftime of the Southmoore senior and homecoming night here. We're going to go back to the studio where our man Bruce Gardner is going to be filling us in on some of the top high school scores along with an update on what TU and East Carolina are doing. We'll be taking a break here, and glad you joined us for the first half football with Tulsa Union dominating the Southmoore SaberCats 35-0. This is Union football on KRMG 102.3.